Well, this is going to be an audio-visual project. And this cabinet here is the cabinet I'm going to use. Right now it has a DC powered switch, outlets, and video line here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to retrofit this cabinet, put some shelves in here so I can put keep this switch in here, but then I can put a game system and a DVD in here. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to retrofit this cabinet so that I can put in several pieces of equipment. I think it'll come out real nice. This is a conceptual idea of what I have in mind: left and right side frame, and then a couple of wire racks for mounting the various pieces of equipment. If you refer to the drawing, this is one of the first frames. This is the face frame where the acrylic is going to go. As soon as this dries, I will face it with plywood and then cut the little cutout open for the piece of acrylic. And then in this corner, after it's dry, this will at some point be the radius corner. This is a piece of acrylic that I bought for the project. It's a dark smoke black, and I'm going to use this for the front panel. So I'm going to try to see if I can cut this out without cracking it. I've got this little switch I made that you may have seen on one of my other videos. And what this switch does is, when you're on 12 volts DC, this turns the video switch on and off, and this turns the antenna amp on and off. So if you're boondocking, you can cut complete DC power from here if you're not going to use it. So let's see what all we've got in the box here. Okay. So first of all, we need to figure out how to put that in. So I'd hate to feel like I need to read the instructions on this, but let's look at it real quick. And it does appear that you can use this as an option or not, but I think I'm going to use it because it seems like it's a little bit nicer fit. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this cover piece off. And by the way, I did sand these down real nice. Alright. And we may have to take a little bit of Windex or something to this. Get it real nice and get all the stuff off it. But for now, we'll just take it off. I'll just rub it here on my shirt a little bit. Try to. It's got static on here, and all this little bits of sawdust keep clinging to it. Okay, I'm going to leave this on here for now for protection until we do a final assembly. Okay, I found some screws to put in here, and then for now I just put a couple in the corner, and I think what I'll do is put some blind nuts in here so it'll make it a little bit easier. But anyway, that's this is going to be how it's going to set up. So let's put her in the bin and see what it looks like. Okay. Now this will go in there like that. Not bad. I kind of like it. I think it's gonna look real nice. And again, we'll have some shelves here, a couple wire shelves. This will be covered in some cherry veneer, and I'll have another wall here matching this, covered in cherry veneer. Oh, maybe over about here. It's going to be about 17 inches, I think, from here to here on the shelf. Well, going to continue on the project. To facilitate the mounting of the shelves, I'm going to drill holes here every 2.5 inches, as I've marked here, and I'm going to do it in both front and rear rails here, on both this piece and the other piece. When I'm done, I'm going to be putting 632 threaded inserts in here so that we can easily move the shelf from one position to the other. Okay, that just shows you real quickly how this thing goes together. This will be in the style of the right side of the door that opens, and then the left side door, of course, will open here. Once this is in, then we can drill holes through the bottom, through the top, pieces like that to help secure it. And then we'll be done. So the major construction is completed on this. Basically right now the only step left to do is to finish it, and I'm going to finish it using of course I got more than this, but this is a piece of veneer, cherry veneer, and I'll be able to just wrap around the corner like that. So we'll veneer this whole thing in cherry and then slap a couple coats of varnish on it, and then we'll be ready to install it. I do have one more shelf that I can put in here, and if you remember from earlier steps in the construction project, I can put up to 5 shelves in here. I made these shelves 2.5 inches apart so that we can get various components in here, and if I have to raise them a little bit, we can even turn these over to go up instead of down. So I think it'll be a real flexible solution. The only issue I've got is, there is a little bit of play in these shelves. I can probably buy some smaller clamps here, or probably just as easy as I can just put a couple cable ties on here to keep these from moving in and out. And what I'll do is to mount these is I just get some strapping, some nylon webbing, and put a strap around there and cinch each one down with a piece of nylon webbing. So I'm kind of excited about this project, kind of excited to see it finish, and the next step will be to finish it and then install it. Now the first panel's in, not quite exactly the same color, but this is real cherry that I'm using, and this is just fake stuff. Second panel is now in place and is screwed into the back of the first panel, not screwed into the walls yet. I'm going to put all 4 panels in and get it all nice and lined before I do anything like that. And now the third panel. And now finally the fourth piece is in place. I'm going to put the shelves in and line everything all up before I start putting any screws into the sidewalls. So the shelves I'm going to fit next. Okay, the installation now is permanent. All the pieces are screwed in. So now it's time for me to start installing stuff. Well, the operational capabilities of this equipment in here, of course we have an Xbox up here, it's an old one. Then here we've got a DVD player that is a combination DVD and Blu-ray. It also has a built-in network, and it can do streaming video from YouTube and those kind of things. And then we have a switch here for the two TVs. And one interesting thing is there's a power switch here. This power switch actually does not power this unit itself. The unit itself stays powered all the time. What the power switch does is that it provides 12 volts to the antenna amplifier outside. And normally, if you didn't have this device here, you'd have this power switch on. One of the reasons for these switches over here, let me get on this side. This is the antenna amp switch, which controls this power. This is a video switch, which controls this power. So if you're boondocking, you can turn these two off, because otherwise this is, as I said before, powered by 12 volts DC all the time. Now the way this works is this is the signal strength that the antenna is receiving, and this is the channel. And there are several modes. There's a seek and scan. You can go to a specific channel, and you can adjust the gain. Now, digital signals are hard to determine whether or not they are strong enough, because the way the digital world is, you know, even a marginal signal will display an acceptable TV signal until it gets down to the point where it can't resolve it, and then it just dies. You start getting dropouts and things. So unlike an analog TV, you can't really tell how strong the signal is from watching the picture on the TV. And that's what this does. As you turn the antenna, this may go up or down, the signal strength. And incidentally, at 44, anything above 40 is generally known as a good signal, or watchable signal. And this is actually on channel 8. But if I come up here and do a scan, what it's going to do now is going to scan all the channels that it can find signals for, and then it's going to basically catalog them, and then you'll know where you're at as far as if you should make a stronger signal or not. Now, it found channel 10 here at a signal strength of 57. Now if I come over here and adjust my antenna, you'll see where it's almost going up just a bit. It was 58 for a second, and as I keep turning it, I'm losing signal. So if I wanted to watch channel 10, I want to adjust this until about right there. That's a signal strength of 58, and that's going to be about the best spot for the antenna. So this really is kind of a cool little box that allows you to dial in the antenna on a digital signal. And again, when you're boondocking, and if you don't need these, if you're boondocking and you don't need these DC powered devices with a TV, then you can just simply shut these off. So that's kind of in a nutshell what my new audiovisual cabinet is all about.